My name is Patrisse Cullors.
I'm Tarana Burke.
I am one of the co-founders of Black Lives Matter.
I'm the founder of the Me Too movement. Living in a small city, looking every day in the faces of these Black and brown girls that we were working with, seeing the trauma that they were holding, and feeling like I don't have a way to help. I don't have resources. For me, a turning point was going to the local rape crisis center in Selma and having this white woman come to the door, not let me in, and say to me, how can I help you? And I said, just want to find out about what y'all do here. She said, we don't take walk-ins. If you have a situation, you have to go to the police station, fill out a report, and then somebody will meet you there. In that moment, I'm like, these children need a thing, and nobody's trying to provide it. Not in our community or outside of our community. And so that was the spark.
The acquittal of George Zimmerman and the just clarity that I received in that moment. I remember just feeling that that couldn't be the period to the story. That George Zimmerman couldn't just go home and that's how history books were gonna be written. Thus, the birth of Black Lives Matter. Most of us start this work because we're angry. We're angry about what's been done to us. We're angry about what we've witnessed. We're angry about what we continue to witness, what hasn't been intervened on.
Anger is probably a small part of the arsenal. It's sort of a jump off or a place where you can get a spark, but the rest of it is driven by love and compassion and humanity and humility. Anger can't drive you. And also, I think in both Me Too and the Black Lives Matter, people don't understand that there's also an undergirding of joy. We're not angrily saying Black Lives Matter, we're declaring it. It's a declaration. We want to be seen as robust, full human beings that have anger and have joy. And we want to be able to just freely have that joy,
The first thing we did is we actually called our own folks, organizations and community members, and said, what do you think about this? And obviously a lot of Black folks were like, finally. Finally we're saying Black.
Explicitly.
Exactly, and unapologetically, and not just saying people of color. Obama's the president now. White folks thought that racism was over. And Black Lives Matter came in to have another conversation to say actually racism is not at all over. And we get to deal with it. We have to deal with it. And we have to take it to the streets. I actually don't really like to use that word because I don't feel like I'm inspiring anybody to do anything. I feel like I'm trying to lead with example.
Oh my goodness, I totally agree with that.
I think the idea of someone coming in and inspiring people to do something is kind of like an old model, right? It's like someone comes in who knows better and they share what they know and then you go off. But I argue that we already know. Our communities know very well what we need. And so really I'm just trying to be a model for what's possible.
I think we can't be the ones to declare that we're inspiring somebody. If somebody happens to be inspired by what they see, then that's for them to decide and to declare on their own. But I think that, we have to be living examples.
I think some people think, especially when you get to sort of a level of visibility, that this is the easy work.
Oh God,
This is exhausting. Is time away from our families, time away from ourselves. We are, in a lot of ways, really almost like elected officials sometimes, where we are being asked to do things for people.
And I either have to be me or I have to be what other people dictate me to be, and we can't live like that.
No, and we shouldn't, because that goes back to the piece around inspiring. It's not modeling. I don't want to model that.
No,
I don't want to live double lives. I think publicly declaring that mistakes are a part of how we grow and how we heal is absolutely necessary. Often young people ask me, how do I do what you did? And I always say, pick your issue. Right? What are you feeling most passionate about? What do you feel like is something that you actually want to deal with? I know where I live in LA, students are dealing with being randomly searched inside their schools.
I think the first step for people who want to do this work in any long-term capacity, is to get some tools, get some education. We have an extensive political education, an extensive on-the-ground, hands-on education. And so I think it's really important for people to seek that out. Read books, talk to people who are older than you, talk to people who are younger than you, find what your issue is, and then immerse yourself in that beyond your own experience.
Agreed.